Is this export radio a great radio for a new ham radio operator, a technician, to get on HF, to get on the 10 meter band? It's called an export radio. I think it is. What is an export radio? I'll explain that and why I think a radio like this is a great radio for a brand new technician to get on the 10 meter band and have some fun. Stick around. Okay, I know a lot of you guys are going, what are you showing me? That's a CB radio. Not really. This is the Stryker SR-955HPC Plus, the Plus version, and it is advertised and sold as a 10-meter radio. But is it a CB radio? Let's talk about that. It's what we call an export radio. A lot of these different brands, there's Stryker, there's President, there's Ranger, Cobra. We can go on and on. They're sold as 10-meter radios because in the United States, for an 11-meter, a FCC-approved 11-meter radio, the rules are, if you want to say the rules, it's 12 watts PEP output on the 11-meter band, or CB channels, and 4 for AM. So how do these radios get out, and what are they used for? Well, the manufacturers of these things know there's an entire market, a pretty large market of CBers, truckers, guys, hobbyists, people in the world that use 11-meter radios or CB radios that use more than 12 watts. And the way to get their radios out is to build and sell them as a 10-meter radio, but to make them, they're modified. You can modify these and turn them into 11-meter radios. And they say right on the front, like on this one right here, it says that this is a 10-meter amateur mobile transceiver. And you see it right there. So my opinion on these things, listen, I'm an 11-meter guy. I'm a ham also. So when I operate 11 meters, I use an FCC. You've probably seen on the channel where I've used President George FCC, or I've got a President McKinley right here, FCC, 12-watt legal approved FCC radio. And I still get on 11 meters and have fun. I don't judge others that use 100-watt radios or whatever. Good for you. I mean, let's be honest. There's not a whole lot of enforcement on 11 meters unless you're really being a knucklehead. And there are some great operators on 11 meters as well. But getting back to these radios, I think it's a great radio for someone that's just a technician. You might not have any desire to step up here in the United States to the general or the extra class, but it's a good chance for you to get and try. And maybe you're just a VHF guy. Maybe you just like chasing satellites or whatever, and all you need is a tech class for VHF, UHF. This might be a good way to experience a little bit of HF and have some fun. And the prices on these may be a whole lot less expensive than, let's say, the higher end, HF multiband radios. So this is probably one of my favorites. I've got a few of them, but the Stryker is one of my favorites. It's one I wanted, even when back in the day when I was just an 11-meter guy myself and playing and having fun and shoot and skip and all that good stuff. I always thought the Stryker was a pretty awesome thing. And when Stryker reached out to me and sent me this one to review as a ham radio, a 10-meter radio, I jumped on it because, and I'm glad I did, because I've used this quite a bit. Let's fire this thing up and take a look at it, and I'll show you really just how simple. That's really why I think it's a great radio for a new technician or even a new ham, a general, whatever, to get on 10 meters. This is a really easy radio to operate. Let's take a look. Okay, let's take a quick look at how easy this thing is to operate. Power's on with the volume switch, like every good radio should. It is after the hours of the 10-meter band right now, so they're not nothing's happening there, but I will turn it down a little bit as we talk through it. What I really like about this thing is the simplicity of, for a newer ham to use. Noise blanker, boom, is there. Noise blanker's on. Center switch, everything's off, is normal. Volume, squelch on the outer ring there. Mike, people ask me about my this is RF, I'm sorry, Mike. I usually leave mine at about 3/4 of the way from a mic drive or mic gain. RF, this is how you, RF gain, which I use a lot. When you hear a signal, you can use RF gain to bring down the noise and bring in a signal over the noise. I know a lot of people know that already, but it's something I like to do as I'm, maybe a good tip for a new ham. That's a simplistic thing and a way to bring down noise, but still hear the guy on the other side as you're talking. If you're a new ham, RF gain is wonderful to work with. After that, everything else is pretty cut and dry. But the one thing I really want to show you, I mean, you can see FM, AM, both side bands, and weather channel. This thing is pretty cool. It does weather.
Northwest winds 20 to 25 knots with gusts up to 30 knots. Waves.
And that's a great feature, especially for someone like me that lives along the coast. If you got this thing as a mobile radio inside of your vehicle, that's pretty cool as well. Now, one other thing, and I think one of the most important things for this is right here, if you can see band or VFO. I've got it on VFO because just like a regular ham radio, you can, through the 10 meter band, you can tune through VFO mod. The other thing you'll see this as well is the clarifier down here. It says clarifier. I don't know if you can see that, but that is how you go in the higher steps there through the clarifier, and then you can fine tune it as well. If you see over to the left there, this will let you fine tune, keep it at 0 there. And so when you're operating, sometimes, especially on 10, some guys are using older equipment and on a sideband or what have you, they sound a little off frequency. You can bring them in there as well with that. Now, band is another story. On this thing, this is one of the features of an export radio. When you see band, the different bands, if you watch, you'll see me jumping around here. And over here, you'll see there's like channel numbers. This is where the mod for 11 meters, when you mod these for 11 meters, you can go from different bands and then go 1 through 40 and channels for like the 40 channel, 11 meter type thing. Nothing wrong with that. If that's what you're doing with it, there you go. For a ham, VFO mode is the way to go for using it in 10 meters. And you can go through 10 meters, anyway, up and down, that way. Now, let's take a look at it. Power out, this is what it does for power out. Audio. This is Kilo 4 Oscar, Golf Oscar, testing audio. This is Kilo 4 Oscar, Golf Oscar, testing audio. And there, as you can see, using my ATU 100 antenna tuner, when you get down to the power and on sideband and start talking a little bit, you're punching over 100 watts. I looked at peaking up about 110, 111, 112 watts. So this thing packs some power. One of the things I like about it for a new ham, you're going to put out some power, and it's pretty affordable to get that type of power out for a true 10 meter radio. Well, that's some of the features, the easy to operate features that I wanted to show you. Now the cool stuff. Colors. This thing will, this is just a fun factor here. I know some guys are probably cringing, but right here on the screen, you can change the colors of this thing to anywhere you want, and you can loop it. There you go. It's in a loop there. It'll just, as you're operating, if you want to, get groovy, get down on the disco sound there or something. There you go. That's it. But that's just a fun feature. Something I think is pretty cool as well. There it is. There's the Stryker SR-955HPC Plus. The Plus, as you can see when I showed you the power, is the kick that this thing has gained. I think it may have started the older ones, the SR-955s. Or the SR-955HPs were starting somewhere around 60, maybe to 80 watts when they're out of the box, what have you. And this one out of the box, as you can see with me on 10 meters, was 100, a little over 100 watts. So anyway, let's take a look at some QSOs that I've made and out portable with this radio. Kilo 4 Oscar, Golf Oscar.
Kilo 4 Oscar, Golf Oscar. Hey, Walt, you're 5'9".
Hey, you're 5'9" as well into Rhode Island. Thanks for the contact, my friend.
Hey, sir, Walt, 73, my friend.
73.
Go ahead, Whiskey for India.
Kilo 4 Oscar, Golf Oscar.
Thank you, Kilo 4.
Yes, Kilo 4, Oscar, Golf Oscar. The name is Walt, Whiskey Alpha Lima Tango. You're 5555 in 2 Rhode Island, USA.
Okay, Walt. Nice to meet you, Walt. Thank you so much for the call. My name is Carlos. Your report of 5757, over.
Hey, thank you for the 5757 there. You are 5555 into Rhode Island, USA.
Thank you so much, my friend. 73, bye-bye.
Thank you, 73, bye-bye. Well, there you go. That was a fun little outing I had with this radio. It was just a rainy, cold, late winter, early spring day earlier this year. I pulled into a park next to the water there in Rhode Island. And I just stuck a mag mount, I guess it's called the SR-955HPC antenna. It's also made by Stryker. Just stuck it on the hood of the Jeep and fired the radio up and had some fun and was making some amazing contacts. Yeah, I was by the water. I think the punch of, 100 or so watts was a pretty cool thing. It really was. Had a good time with it as well. So I think this type of radio is a great radio. I still like to play with it. I had it out all day yesterday right here in my shack, just having fun with it. Kind of wanted to, maybe I'll go back in some of my other export radios as well. We'll go through them on the channel, but I think export radios are a great option for a new ham that's a technician class, and really all you can do voice-wise with SSB is get on 10 meters. Maybe this is the option for you. Maybe something like this. This, in my opinion, of all the radios that I've used, export-type radios, there are some more powerful ones. There are some better ones. This is the best one I've ever used and had, and this is the Stryker, as you can see, the SR-955. I love this radio. We'll get out with it some more as 10 is opened up now. We're up high on the solar cycle. It's a lot of fun. So anyway, that's it. Just wanted to kind of put that out there because I get a lot of questions about, hey, I'm only a technician. I can only get on 10 meters. What should I do? This is a good option for you. This radio or one like it. And you can look on my channel. I have some other exports I've used. I'll do a review on some of the other ones, kind of simple review like this one as well here coming up on the channel in the future, and you can check those out as well. Hey, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, I am here to try to encourage people to build antennas, get on HF, have some fun, and really enjoy the radio hobby. If that's for you, please like and subscribe. And until next time, I'm Salty Walt, K4OGO. Stay salty, my friends.